Hi guys, so one of my followers has asked, how do you make a realistic looking flag or cloth in DaVinci Fusion? Now there's actually a couple of ways of doing this, but in this tutorial I'm going to focus on how I created one in 2D just using a couple of nodes. I'll probably make a 3D version as well. If you stick around to the end of this tutorial, I'll also show you how you can download this project file for free. Did I mention that making a flag is quick, it's fun? Let's get into it. So here we are in Fusion. First thing I'm going to do is bring in a background node, join it across like that. Make sure you've got the background node selected, come across to the right hand side and take the alpha all the way down to 0. So we have a blank window like that. We can now bring in a flag. So let's just grab a flag, bring it in. Let's rename it F2, we'll call it USA. Then what we'll do is take the output of that, connect it into our background like so. Now to make a flag wavy is very easy in DaVinci Fusion. All we need to do is click on that, shift space bar, and we're looking for something called waviness, which is this one here. Let's put that in the window. When we go through the timeline, it's doing this. We need to change the waviness type from vertical to horizontal. And that's exactly what we need. Looking a lot better. We can still make it a little bit better. So click on this waviness, hit shift space bar, and we're looking for something called a grid warp, which is this one here. Now the way the grid warp works is if I click on it, if I move a point, it deforms the mesh underneath. And I could go through and create animations and all that kind of stuff, but it would take forever. There is a quicker way. Click on the grid warp, come across to the right hand side and see this where it says right click here for mesh animation. Just click that, then right click it and then go down and go insert perturb like that. And now when I go through the timeline, look at that, we have a wavy flag. Now the only problem with that is the flag is at 90 degrees and flags tend to go up and down, rotate a little bit. So let's introduce that as well. We're going to click on this grid warp, come up to the timeline just here and add a transform. On the transform, come across to the right hand side and under angle here, we're going to right click again and yes, we are going to modify it with a perturb. And then when we go through, it's moving up and down, but it's not doing a huge job. So what we can do is go over to the modifiers tab just here and increase the strength. And as you can see now, it's looking a lot better. Now the only thing missing from our animation now is when a flag folds on itself, it creates shadows, which we're not getting here. So it's looking very, very flat. But we can actually fake that. And let me show you how we do that. Just going to move these out of the way here. Going to bring in a merge. We need to bring in a background node and a fast noise. We'll connect that across like that. We put the fast noise in the window, we get this. First thing we need to do is increase the detail. We need to up the contrast quite high like that. Take down the brightness. And then the next thing we need to do, see here where it says lock XY, we need to undo that like that and crank the X scale up until you get something like that. Now, when I put the background in the window, it turns into that. How cool is that? Looks like shadows. So now what we can do is we can connect that in to our merge like that. Now, in order for our shadows to mimic everything over here, what we can do is we can click on this waviness, go copy, come into a blank area, right click and hit paste instance like that. Actually, I should have disconnected this. Let's do this. So we're going to drag that down, connect it in like so. We're going to do the same for the grid warp. So right click on it, copy, blank area, paste instance, connect that in. We're going to do the same for the transform as well. So copy that, right click, blank area, paste instance. And what that'll do is any adjustments on this side will automatically be reflected on that side. So I'm now going to connect that in like that. And when I put that in the window, we get this, which is not good. We do not want that. So what we need to do is go to this transform here, the instance transform. And if we come up to the right hand side, one of the ways you know it's an instance, because everything is green like that. So on the size just here, just right click and go down and hit the instance like that. And then what you can do is take the size right down like that. Now that shadow is a bit too harsh. So what you can do is come to this merge just here and you can take the blend down. But I found a really cool way of making it even more believable, and that is if you click on this transform just here, come up to the toolbar and add a blur. And if you increase the blur like so, and then come to this merge and take the blend right down, you get that, which is far more believable. We've got one more thing to do, guys, and that's make it a bit bigger. So what we're going to do is click on this merge, come up to the here, we're going to add another transform like that. Then what we're going to do is come over to the right hand side and I'm going to make that say 2.2 like that, and then just move it in the X and Y to a position I like. And then when you play that back, so how cool is that? You can download this project for absolutely free of charge from my website, along with all these other flags that I've done. All you need to do is hit subscribe, go to the link in the description, put it in your email address, and you can download this project and any other project actually while you're there. Now, I hate spam, so I won't be spamming you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.